All right. Go ahead and hop right back in. Oh, we got raise the standard. That's right. I had forgotten that we didn't finish this one last time. This one's honestly kind of a pain even on non-modded. Ooh, red gem. Paladin with a wind edge. Some decent enemies here. Did they do any? Oh yeah, that's right. They gave you big improvements. Fiona is honestly kind of cracked now. She starts as level 18 with good stats, good weapons, and a custom personal weapon, which I think is a brave spear equivalent. These guys can actually competently fight. I don't think most of them have... Oh, most of them do have sabers, so they're not terrible anymore. But, they gotta deal with these guys who are also competent. Nothing worth stealing. Paragon drop. Herb is eh. Javelin's not super worth my time. Means I think I can just focus on getting the Master Seal for this chapter and then ending it, which is nice. Ooh, Talisman. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot Meg is no longer with us because of poor planning. And me not wanting to double back. Zyhark's definitely going this way because he's going to be needed for this Blade Paladin, I think. I think I'm alright with everyone else going as they are. Honestly, this map always takes me a while to figure out what I want to do with. Alright. Let's start off by just deleting this guy. Perfect. Don't even need a fancy axe, just the good old-fashioned iron. So I know Nolan's the MVP. And you... yes. You'll probably be the one I use to take out this archer, unless you can't actually do it, so we might need Sylph to come in for the second round. Unless you crit. It'd be pretty cool if you crit, Nolan. But look, this is why I don't bring you into endgame anymore. You don't do cool things on command. You can just take him out with a steel sword. Oh, howdy, Dark Duty. Good to see you. Hoping to get another stream for Dark Duty 1 in soon. Just had a very busy schedule the past couple of weeks and had some unfortunate things come up, so. Jill can't quite deal with that with a hand axe. So let's push you up. Can you take out this paladin? Yeah. Things are finally starting to calm down, so that's nice, and I'm glad to get back to streaming and all that fun stuff, but eager to move on. Hopefully things will take a turn for the better. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't done a randomized Radiant Dawn, but this mod so far has been real fun for Radiant Dawn Plus, if you're interested in checking that out. I think the only randomizers I've really done are for the GBA games. Because I know I tried a Radiant Dawn, or Path of Radiance randomizer, and it did not, the game didn't handle it well, shall we say. I don't know. It's mostly about rebalancing. Like, they re-added in like the Flame Lance, the Bolt Axe, and the Magic Sword, which name I'm forgetting, which is it just the Rune Sword? Rebalanced a lot of the units to be a little more usable, shall we say. Gave Makai access to dark magic. A lot of units have personal weapons now, like Z-Hark has his just generically really good sword. Ileana comes in with Blossom and at a pretty decent level. It's real fun so far. Move you up. Also, a bunch of people have custom classes, which I don't know what that means for Tier 3 yet, but I'm excited to see. I think just turtling for now is probably for the best. Leonardo also gets a crossbow access and his own custom bow, which he kind of needs. Yeah, it'd be real cool if these were on the Switch. I know Path of Radiance is coming to the Switch too, but it's on their subscription service. I don't know how much people are interested in that. I might pick it up when I eventually get a Switch too, but that's going to be decently far down the line currently. Same. The game was originally on the Wii, but allegedly you could play it on a software known as Dolphin if you have a legally obtained copy. And this one's also modded with a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus from Game Banana. Just a little bit, some nice minor tweaks. I think it adds a little bit of more overall challenge to across the run instead of focusing it all on the poor Dawn Brigade. Nice! Love Path of Radiance. That's my favorite Fire Emblem. Actually just finished streaming it not too long ago before jumping into this. Fiona being awesome, and then the game not letting her play for most of it will never not be sad to me. Bright side, they significantly buffed the green units for this map, so they don't all instantly get bodied. Oh, thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure to see you. Free red gem. Oh yeah, I gotta turn Leonardo's animations back on because I have them off with the crossbow. That Z-Hark, I hype you up so much. Come on, man. Alright, that redeems it a little bit. I feel better about that now that he's hit essentially 2 coin flips. Busting up the silver lances already, damn. Oh, and you're pretty speedy. Should be a good one for Makai to get, though. That's nice. Oh, I should probably swap him off of his crit dagger. I would like to save some charges of card. Doesn't look like their AI's changed too much, but that's fine, because with their better stats, they should at least survive a couple of hits. Probably. You can tank that, that's fine. Hopefully we can build your strike rank up to be S, and you can be an absolute monster for part 2, or part 3. Start swinging Jill up. Makai, ooh. Probably gonna, yeah, Thawny's the good way to go for this one. I'd like to raise her weapon ranks with her others, but Thawny is just real good. And we can have Edward and Nolan pressing up to the right. Oh yeah, they can converse. It'll never not make me sad that that's what we get for supports. 11, 10% crit. Oh yeah, I wanted to... Turn yours back on so we can enjoy your model for a little bit. What can Ileana do? 16. That actually sets up for Leonardo. Yeah, base Radiant Dawn's already pretty fun, and the mod I'm playing, Radiant Dawn Plus, has been real fun so far. Perfect. Crack enough shot with Lasagna 2.0. I should give him a decent chunk, because I believe that was the Paladin. That was less than I was hoping for. Good level up for him, though. I would like more speed, but I'm not mad about strength, luck, defense, and resistance. Can you take out the spear? Surprisingly accurate, yeah. I do gotta get him a better lance soon. I forgot I only had him with the Iron Lance and the Javelin for now. You have a Bronze Lance, that's not super useful for him. Soth can come over. Do some damage into this guy. I'm not going to begrudge you that one, Soth, because you've dodged so many low percents, but I'm a little spooked. Aiden defense is fine. I'm not too worried about Soth hitting his caps, because his caps are kind of low, unfortunately. Oh, Laura is 10, so we could get rid of a Master Healer if we really wanted to, just to avoid having to continue power leveling her. Yeah, it's a Wind Edge and Lances. Any chance Verona can just delete one of you guys? Probably. Yes, absolutely. It would be harder for him to not. But we'll save the charges for the good weapons, because I ain't too worried about Tyronio. I'm pretty sure he can solo this map entirely. I think I want to keep you out of range for now, just because you don't have a good counter, because I don't want to burn all your Storm Swords. I also just looked up and noticed we're at 1k likes. Y'all are absolute beasts with that. I don't know how y'all's fingers don't get tired from it. Aaron, you might need to dodge one or two of these, but I believe in your tankiness. Oh, and you double. Oh, he didn't move. Interesting. Unfortunately, that means Toronto is going to probably get 2 kills, but that's fine. I'm not hurting for experience yet. And without Meg, I have a little bit more extra wiggle room. Ronio, the absolute GOAT. Ronio might make it onto my endgame team just because he's the marshal I enjoy using the most. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Radiant Dawn a lot. If you're interested, this mod is Radiant Dawn Plus. It adds some minor changes to it. It makes a really interesting experience so far. Interesting. He attacked. I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone attack Fiona on this map. Now leave me a spot so I can take that swordsman out for you, please. Or you can take it. That's also fine. I think that just converts him to bonus experience, which I'm not mad about. Where's the maybe? What can you do to this guy? 18. Oh, there's also 2 more mages back there I forgot about. I think playing defensive for now is probably the best bet. Just turtling. Give you that. Edward Nolan up. Nolan's almost promote. That's gonna be nice. Oh, he got magic. That's fun. Leo, you can have this one. Maybe a hot take. I think this game's story gets too much hate. It has some minor problems, but I think overall the story of this game builds very well off of the story of Path of Radiance. My personal favorite part of this game is actually... Wild take here. I adore Part 2. I wish Part 2 was longer. I wanted more time with Alencia growing into her own as a leader and dealing with the consequences of being a peaceful leader in a time shortly after war where everyone's still all aggressive and hyped up. I thought that was a really cool storyline, and I wish we got a little bit more of it. And Alencia's character growth from it is fantastic. Joffrey and Lucia are also pretty great. If/when we ever get an eventual remaster for this game, give me more Crimeans. Except Makalov, we can leave him behind, but give me more of the Crimean Royal Knights. I like all of them except Makalov. I also really like the kind of... I wish Part 1 had a little bit more... Or maybe like 1 or 2 more maps where you could really make use of your full army. Because I hate the fact that in the swamp you can't use Jill when she's perfect for it. I don't remember if you can't bring Fiona or if it's just Fiona can't move in the swamp. Which is awful, and I hate it. Ooh, fantastic level up for Ileana. But, I like using my guys. I don't like how often I have to undeploy them. Or not be able to deploy them. But compared to how much I enjoy the rest of the game, those are minor nitpicks at best for me. I still think this game is easily... I think I might put it just outside of my top 5, sadly, now. There's been a lot of real good Fire Emblem games. Oh, he has close count. Nice. Yeah. I think I understand the Micaiah critique. I think a lot of people go a little over where a lot of the critiques of Micaiah should really be critiques of Peleus. I love the boy, but he is not wise. And the fact that she literally has, you know, magic telling her, follow Peleus and things will work out, and people get mad at her for believing that when it's never not been wrong. Every time she followed it before, it worked out, so might as well, and for a penny and all that. I also wish this game didn't replace supports with bombs, because man, I like Nolan, Edward, and Leonardo a lot. I wish we got more of them. Laura seems so funny. I want expansions on these characters, please. I'd be fine if even if it was like an Echo style limited supports. Hopefully not as limited, because I'm still mad that they only give Silk one support, and it was with Faye, my least favorite character. Because I really liked Silk. But if we could get like Laura and Aaron and Laura and maybe Micaiah, I'd be perfectly fine with that, because those three's dynamic seems very fun. Getting more of the conversations of Leonardo being the pragmatist versus Edward being the optimist. So, oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm really bad at paying attention to things when I'm both talking to chat and in the zone of yapping, which I do a lot. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, just don't perish. Good. Good start. Yeah, I'd be interested in learning Morning from Voluk. I have to go back and actually read through his translated dialogue, because I remember he has some out-of-pocket stuff that he says, but I never remember it in the actual game. Oh, welcome back. No, just keep running, dude. You could have gotten way further than that. Ooh. Spicy bit of reinforcements. Javelin. Tempest. I actually don't like that skill. Perfectly fine with leaving that one. Geronio is already the only one in you guys' range. So we can stand here. Lure you in, and then just take you guys out with some of my strongest units. Not too worried about someone getting one shot by this, but I like to avoid having them take a potentially dangerous hit. Yeah, this map I'm torn on. I like the concept behind it, but man, do I wish these guys weren't green units. Because the day and nights are not smart. Case in point, this guy could be all the way down here with his buddies if he didn't decide healing was more important when he's about to be out of danger. Makai the Paladin. Yeah, at least for this one they gave them Savior, so their stats aren't god-awful. They're just not smart, which I will take. It's an improvement. Now, I don't like you guys being here, so we're going to take the mages out so that we can use Volog pretty freely. And there's a very high likelihood this hammer will last all the way into the end game for me, because I never use hammers. 15 to get the better weapons for this. Perfect. Nolan continues to be my GOAT. Yeah, this is Radiant Dawn for the Wii. Very fun. Allegedly, you could use a system called Dolphin, which runs this pretty well. I can neither confirm nor deny that, but because Nintendo scares me. Oh, nice. I don't really have any great options for this. Yeah, I think the most recent one was Engage for the Switch, which was 2 years ago now. Three Houses before that, which is a personal favorite of mine. Then there were a bunch for the 3DS. I think there were 3 in total. I think it's going to be funny, because my strategy for the defend level is attack. I literally, with Har and Alencia on your team, I just push forward and go, it'll work out. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the GBA ones. I also make a lot of use out of Mordecai on that map specifically, which I don't know how common that is, but Manget can put in work on the left side, blocking that staircase if you give him 1 or 2 ranged units behind him. Usually I will swap over the Lagoo Stone, and I think you can get an Allevi Grass before then, so he can just spend the entire map transformed. It's beautiful. Alright. I'm going to deal with this side first, just because it's a little spooky. Oh, I also get to show off the changes they made to Lagoos, because Lagoos in this mod actually get to do things when they're untransformed. They can attack when they're untransformed, and it's much cooler. Do a minor boost to your lightning rank, because your fire rank is good. I should probably buy you an L Thunder, but that can be a problem for later. Raising weapon ranks for you is never tough. So weaken. Yeah, Braum I usually use as my point holder. Like, he'll block one of the 2 one-tile choke points with Mordecai on the other, and I'll use Alencia, Har, and Dance them around to just absolutely dominate. It's so fun. Maybe peppering in some extra Nephany in there because I have a bias. It's a common bias, but it's a bias I share. Ooh, capped skill and defense, nice. Yeah, I actually really like the design a lot of specifically Radiant Dawn's defense maps. I think they do them so well. I have very few complaints. I don't like that's not consistent. Oh, this guy's a paladin, isn't he? Oh no, just a real high-level bow knight. Do I wanna 9, 18, 20? You'll win if you crit. What about conviction? Slightly better crit odds. I've always wanted to try a draft. I just don't have other people that both have the schedule and interest in the games that want to draft with, unfortunately. Most of the time, me and my brother might just do like races through Pokemon games because those are quick and easy. But I always wanted to try out a Fire Emblem draft. That's on the bucket list for things I want to do. Feronia, we're going to have you take this guy out just so that I only have one archer to meet up with. Good to know, Tom. I'll keep that in mind for if I ever want to stream one. Yeah, Radiant Dawn with its giant cast, as long as you can pick up one or two characters from each army, you can do so much fun stuff with shenanigans in this. I think having a tie do this. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd be super interested in hearing draft strats. You can get close. I think having these three block it off is probably the best. My three goats, Zyhark, Ronio, Nolan. That's a solid roster. Let's just take this guy out. I have missed having the bolt axe. I had it. I didn't have anyone to use it in Path of Radiance, but man, do I love magic weapons. $11 at 89. Let's go for this. It's a little safer. Had I thought about it, I probably would have swapped that so that Nolan was dealing with this guy, but it's fine. I have faith in Jill. And she rewards me with strength and speed. Box him in. Ooh. That's an interesting lineup. I think Danved kind of underrated. I don't think he's... I think he might be the worst halberdier, but I think he's also pretty good. Just because of how generically good halberdiers are. I don't want you in that, so we can do this. Har, Mordecai, and Ileana's a good setup. Ileana with that perfect availability. Yeah, this is a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus. It does a lot of minor tweaks. I don't know if the class name changes do anything, because I forgot to check them out before streaming this. I was mostly excited because it brought back the Bolt Axe and the Flame Lance and stuff like that. And then it's been minor tweaks like that. But it's been real fun. We have safely made it so that those guys shouldn't perish. Unless they bring out some surprise reinforcements from the way back. But. Perfect. We can do some chip in. Perfect. I think I want you gaining more experience because you are more limited in the next couple laps. Oh yeah. I love the Tellius games so much. I'm so happy to see so many other people loving them. Nice. Love seeing more people who just really love these games. Nolan, you can move up and we can get Micaiah to do some sacrifice for some experience. Alright, now... where is that Master Seed? Those 4 times, okay. And for anyone asking, yes, I'm using a map for this, because despite me playing this game an ungodly amount of times, I'm terrible at remembering where the hidden items are. Perfect. How do I want to deal with this? We have 1 shot remaining? Yeah. Ooh, Boyd, Shinon, and Reese is a solid lineup. Shinon alone is so good in this game. It's wild how he went from maybe my least favorite unit to one of the strongest. Those are great picks. Path of Radiance is my all-time favorite Fire Emblem. Fair. When you got the solution to most problems is the fact that you got hard to argue with. I've done randomized runs of the GBA games, specifically like 7 and 8, but I've never done one for Radiant Dawn or Path of Radiance, mostly because I didn't know they existed. But I've tinkered around with the, I think it's the Yune randomizer. A lot, and I find it real fun. You just can't quite deal with this, though. Ooh, Spartan's a good pick. Just solid across the board. Alright. Keep Ileana just outside of his range because I don't want attention. This is Path of Radiance Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. The sequel to Path of Radiance for the Wii. Alright, that's the last ballista shot, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Yeah, Pele's and Reneg's a solid lineup for part 4. I'm not a huge fan of most of the late joiners. I like Stefan just because I get a lot of use out of him in Path of Radiance, so sometimes he'll come in with transfer bonuses. But I don't think he's particularly fantastic when you could have units who are as good, if not a little better than him, easily by then. I usually stream for about 2 hours, and I've been going for about 40 minutes. Yeah, Volk being the only assassin you get in the game gives him special privileges, and it's fantastic. I'm a sucker for knife classes, so I just really like seeing the assassinate kill Berg. Yeah. Depending on where I'm at in the next map or two, I might go for a little bit longer. Because I usually like to round out maps. I don't tend to do well if I stop in the middle. My favorite Fire Emblem game is Radiant Dawn, or Path of Radiance, the one right before this. I am butchering words, and I'm sorry for that. Mine's going a mile a minute, sorry. But I think Radiant Dawn is probably just outside of my top 5. There's been so many good Fire Emblem games over the years, so... You're dancing right inside of his range, which is a little annoying. Fall back one, throw a knife. Oh, thank y'all for the follows, by the way. Very kind. Oh, I love Awakening. Awakening's right now my number 3. Highly subject to change depending on the next time I play through. Shadow Dragon's a fun one. I didn't like it when I first got into it, but man, it has grown on me with time the more runs I do through for it. Because I'm very scared of Nintendo ever seeing this, this is definitely original hardware. Don't worry about the fact that it's modded. Nintendo scares me, and I think that's entirely reasonable. And then we have Tyronio as backup, just in case. I actually really like using Tanith. I wish Sigrun was a little better, because I love using Pegasus Knights. Now for you... She's in range, but that's fine, because she's in... hedge. Who haven't I moved? Oh, Tyronio. I was just looking at him. I don't know what it is, but Tyronio and Aaron, when he's promoted, I will always forget if I don't move them first. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love the fact that Tanith is like the bulky flyer, but still has a... Or, not flyer, but bulky Peg Knight, but still gets the respectable speed. Oh, that's fair. I think it definitely comes down to playstyle preferences for them. I just like units that have a lot of movement. I'm not even gonna lie. There have definitely been times where I've been looking at a Pegasus Knight and I go, you know, you're probably worse than most of the units in my army, but you can cross the board in 2 turns. Speed go burr. Oh yeah, Har is a monster and I love him. Pop you here. Get you away from that. Heal up. Yeah, Har in this game is incredible. This mod made some minor adjustments, so he's not ungodly anymore. He can't just solo the game. I believe they gave his cancel to somebody else. Yeah, they gave it to Jill. And now he, I think, starts with Shade or something, so that you're less incentivized. This is a mod I found on Game Banana called Radiant Dawn Plus. Oh yeah, Thunder Mage is a wreck Har. It's actually one of the main reasons I like using Jill a lot, is she has the slightly better res, so she tends not to get one-shot by them. 2 points off. Any chance you can? Lasagna 2.0 for the win. Ooh, Adept Rock. Yeah, I highly recommend it. This mod's super fun so far. I believe it's balanced mostly for normal, but I know there isn't an easy one, because I did a couple of levels on easy just to see, and I realized nothing had been changed. And then I went to the normal mode, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is where they put the new enemies in. I'm not too sure about what specific mods it is, but my main love is the fact that they bring back the Bolt Axe and the Flame Lance. They rebalance a lot of things, like Jill gets cancel instead of Har now. Fiona gets to actually have levels. They introduce a whole lot of new personal weapons too, like Zyhark has one, which is just a really solid high crit weapon. Ileana comes in high level with Blossom and Wrath. I actually didn't realize she had a Wrath. That's good. Hopefully Fiona is usable. I'm hoping to use her in this run, because I like Fiona. Weird character to like, I know. I don't mind Blossom when it's on units who aren't low level. My problem with Blossom is mostly when you have like a growth unit you want to do, like Sotham the last game, and they gain experience like they're 10 levels higher. But for a unit like Ileana, who I mostly use for chip damage, just getting extra bonus points on level up I think is pretty nice. I will most likely take it off of her by the time we get to part 3, but that's fine. Then I can sell it for money. Oh yeah, they also cracked Tyronia, and I love them for it. Favorite unit in this game? That's there's so many I like. Honestly, it might be Nolan. I like using Nolan a lot. Crossbow is also very fun. I'm a little sad we haven't really gotten them back. Because I think they're a very interesting trade-off when you have like an archer like Leonardo, who tends not to get great strength up. This one's an exception. He's gotten great strength ups, but just a solid 12 might that if you shoot it into an archer, or sorry, you shoot it into a flyer and it just melts them. All right, draw him in. Oh, absolutely. Even doing like Iron Man runs, Dawn Brigade is the pivotal point, because you can screw yourself so badly. Ooh, 8 rank stabs. I'm torn. I really want to promote her, but also I know she can hit those caps. She can do it. Alright. So you guys can't really reach anywhere that they can't. I would apologize, but I'm also really happy to see people in here, so thank you for just hanging out. Grab the vulnerary. No, that one's do. Go in. Hope for the crit. Hopefully I'm not too distracting, though. Perfect. I think Jill has reduced movement next map and then can't be used for the swamp, which I will never forgive. I try and stream every Wednesday. I do occasional extra streams every now and then, but Wednesday around this time is usually when I'm going to be streaming. I do have a YouTube. I think it's linked in my TikTok, but it's the same name, Spectre Squash, all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I actually also really like Aaron, just because man always caps his defense. And this one actually capped Perez, which is nice. But my YouTube has a lot of my VODs. I'm going to apologize for the early audio quality, because man, I did not know what I was doing. But it's got my Path of Radiance playthrough, which went all the way through, and then all but I think the last 3 maps of what was it? Project Thebes, which is a Awakening mod, which was really fun. But unfortunately, I don't know if it was the particular mod I downloaded or if I did mess something up, but the final chapter doesn't work, and I don't know why. 8, 16, 24, even if you take a crit, you're fine. But I also got to finish grinding for that, because I want to show off the final 2 Priam maps. One is a one-on-one between Crom and a very high-level maxed Priam. Ooh, strength skill. Ooh, thank you, Jill. Oh, you'll love to see it. I have favorites, and it's Jill. Jill, strong, probably my favorite character across the Fire Emblem franchise. Strong contender for my favorite character in this game. I might consider her an S, just because you don't get her for a ton of time, and she is, I think, the only unpromoted flyer in the entire game. But she has fantastic growths, fantastic availability per se, but I could see her filling an S-like archetype. How do I want to deal with you? And do I care that much about getting extra clearance here? 8, 16... I think she could definitely, if you don't have someone in mind for the strength booster early on, she's a great candidate for it. Because with that little bump, she becomes real good. She tends to struggle a lot more with strength than units like Har or even Tanith. She has 16 now, which is pretty decent. Not great for a high level Draco Knight, but when she promotes, it'll even out. 7. I really gotta get him better weapons. I've been neglecting him. Perfect. Yeah, I think Zyhark and Tyronio, if you're looking for generic units, almost unbeaten in the Dawn Brigade. But I think if you're actually willing to put the effort in and grow the Dawn Brigade, I think Edward's a little better than Tyronio. Nolan, I think, evens out to be similar to Zyhark. Aaron, I think, evens out to be pretty close, if not a little better than Tyronio. Which I think mostly is due to his class, just because Marshall has such a competitive field with between Tyronio, Braum, and Gatry. Oh, the knife broke, that's why. I was like, why do you only swing once? I forgot to check if his weapon was about to break. We'll move you here. Nice. Yeah, the fact that they gave... I'm still mad that we have the quintessential speed general, quote-unquote, with Meg, where her best growths are speed, skill, luck, all that fun stuff. And then they bring in Tyronio, who has, I think, the same, if not slightly worse speed growth than her. And the general speed caps aren't high, so it's not like he's struggling to hit them. Yeah, Gatry is a monster in this game. And then they also gave him the better weapon type between lances and swords, because if she had lances and Gatry had swords, I could see maybe more of an argument. But the fact that he's got both the speed growth and lances, and comes in at a higher level, and could technically, I think, be Master Crowned early on. I don't remember what... I think he comes in at like level 12 or something ridiculous. Like, Gatry and Tyronio are my picks for the two best marshals, if you're going for it. Tyronio for just the bulk and power. Gatry for if you want someone to delete things. Yeah, Gatry's only issue is the fact that everyone in the Grail Mercenaries could be a demigod walking if you give them even the tiniest bit of attention. And some of them don't even need that. I'm so excited to use Fiona in a game where maybe I'll actually get to use her without her being ungodly weak. Yeah, they gave her a significant buff at to most of her stats. I think she also starts at like 18, from what I remember. We've definitely been totally honest and just. Don't worry about it. Just don't look over here. Don't look behind this curtain.
The Liberation Army's sweeping victory seems to signal a turn in the war for Dayin. However, General Jared uses his superior numbers to harry the group and threaten their fragile momentum. Benyan has fortified its army with weapons and supplies bought with funds stolen from Dayin.
I want Radiant Dawn narrated and narrate
Benyan
every
has
Fire Emblem
also
game. He's so
purchased
good.
the swords of a vast number of mercenaries from these same stolen funds. The Liberation Army does not want for willing fighters of its own. However, most are old men and inexperienced boys whose passion far outstrips their skill. The Liberation Army has no choice. It must bolster its ranks if it is to meet Benyan on equal terms. Its only hope lies locked in Benyan's prison camps, where Dayin's former soldiers await their rescue.
Oh, thanks for sticking around. I hope you have a good day. Sorry, I'm always a fan of Izuka showing up, saying something dumb, and then immediately leaving. Anytime Izuka's not on screen is always a pleasure. Helios, I don't remember what he actually... Ooh, thank you for the heart, by the way. Oh, thank you for the heart hands, too. Very, very kind of y'all. Got Ferd here. My pupper saying hi. Without Izuka's help, I definitely would not have found out who I am. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about that. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind. I love this little detail of world building. The fact that Peleus fully is day into his core. Brave Sword. I already know who that one's going to. You can boost Iliona and Leonardo. Tyronio could do Soth. Nah. Do Laura Volug for now, just because I don't have anyone else in mind. Probably. Oh, you can do Laura. You can do Micaiah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not too worried about the sports this early. Get you one more level, see what you get with your 3 free boost. Probably strength defense? Speed defense, that's fine. Get you a little bit. HP, strength, speed, fantastic. Comes in with capped magic and resistance, which is nice. I could just insta-promote her, which might not be a bad call, honestly. You one... Speed, that's good. I think I will give her one just to see what she gets. Come on, strength. Ooh, strength, luck, defense. Perfect. Everything I want for her. We'll give Aaron one more. Maybe he'll get another speed. Beautiful. He'll probably cap strength on his next level up, which would be nice. Maybe you one more. And a couple of people close to promotion, which would be nice. Speed, luck, resist, that's fine. I would like a little bit more strength on you, but I'm not too worried yet. Alright, we got Paragon. Might not be bad for Edward because he's kind of falling behind. You have Imbue and Savior, which is neat. Flame Lance. To give you a silver... I thought you had a silver lance, or silver lance, not Grey Lance, damn. Is that a B rank weapon? So you are like 2 attacks away from being able to use that. Unfortunate. I think I'll give you Paragon for now. Items. Trade. I'll give Z-Heart the Brave Sword. Armory. Just gonna pick up a Steel Lance for Aaron. And then probably one for Fiona too, just because her weapons are really good, but might be a little heavy for her with the steel or the silver Grey Lance. I don't care too much about the secret book or the arm scroll currently. We could do a forge. We haven't made one since Lasagna 2.0 though. Trade Nolan the Master Seal. That I don't have to waste experience on a level up for him. We'll get our first promotion of the game. I always like this little sun peeking from behind the clouds thing that Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn did from their promotions. I think it's real pretty. There he is, that handsome devil. Commander. Respectable 12 magic. I mean, 23 attack bolt axe is pretty spicy. Ooh, in good company then, because I really like Radiant Dawn too. I don't think we need the torch. Oh, we have a bunch of Master Seals. Gonna sell the red gem. I could early promote you because I don't care too much about one level when you already don't have most of your caps. We'll let Leonardo do one too. I really like Radiant Dawn too, so you're in good company. Nice. I'll skip the promotion for this one though, because it can take a little bit. Solid level up. I suppose I shouldn't say level up since it is just promotion gains, but it's fine. Red gem. You know, that's fair. You know what? I have an idea in mind. Yeah, I would kill for a remaster of these games. It'd be so good. We are going to give Fiona the one thing this game refuses to. Can use a coin. Ooh, we are guaranteed to get something nice. No Vines card for me. Ooh, feathers, which I think is... Ooh, free crit. Very nice. Ooh. There we go. I promise I can spell. I'm just bad at spelling with this. We're giving Fiona availability. You're 19, so we'll give you a Master Seal. You're 19, so we'll give you a Master Seal on a Vulnerary. You're 19, but you have Blossom, so you probably won't. My favorite character in the game is definitely Jill. I adore her growth from Path of Radiance into Radiant Dawn. My favorite character to use is probably Nolan. I'm a simple man. I like the axes. We can buy a new heal staff for Laura. This is Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. This specifically is a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus, which is a kind of slight overhaul to most of it. Adds a bit more elements of difficulty and some new weapons and fun stuff like that. Xenon's super fun as a unit, and I adore Nephany. She was my favorite character growing up. I absolutely loved her. Oh yeah, Titania is fantastic. I hate the fact that she couldn't climb ledges, so she had limited uses on some of her maps, but... Game Banana. You can find a bunch of Fire Emblem mods there, it's real fun. We'll drop you two for Jill and Fiona. Even though... Yeah. Oh! The movement penalty is not as bad here. Only one space. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Very kind of y'all. Think like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Well, very kind of y'all. Thank y'all so much for the follows. the game itself was made for the Wii, but you can allegedly find a program called Dolphin that would work for it. Let's see how you handle this. Little rough on the swordsman, but that's fine just because they are dodgy as hell and he has biorhythm. No problem. I'm always down for more people checking these games out. They're super fun. Oh, I forgot to give you your ranged dagger again. Card should last for this fight, though. And we'll send Jill with you, probably. 9, 18... Yeah, that's fine. Sylph's probably not going to be doing too much combat on this map, but he'll be doing a little bit at the start. Yeah, I was lucky enough that my dad picked up a copy of Path of Radiance when I was real young. I think at launch even. And so I've had so many good memories with this series. Block here just so that he can't sneak in. It's been a hot minute since I actually applied the mod to the game. I'd have to double check, but I think there are tutorials for it online for people who are far better and smarter at this than I am. So I might recommend checking those out, just because I fully admit I'm not great with these. Took me a couple of tries to mod. Command & Conquer is super fun. I remember putting, I think it was 3 I put a lot of time into. I should go back and play those though. I remember enjoying them a lot. Oh yeah, Warhammer makes some great games. I don't think I've ever played any of their RTSs, though. I should probably change that. That's fair. I definitely wasn't the biggest fan of Engage. I enjoyed Three Houses, even if it wasn't quite what I was hoping for in a Final Fantasy. I think it's just a very good game outside of that, which I think kind of carries it for me. Was Faith? No, it was Echoes before that. Echoes I have my problems with, but it's more on the fact that it's a remake and they maybe were a little too faithful to the original, because the original wasn't very fun. Awakening I like a lot. Fates and Engage fall into a similar problem where I adore the gameplay, hate most of the writing. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I honestly think Engage might be the best Fire Emblem in terms of gameplay across the board. But man, did the writing suffer for it. Because I like maybe 3 characters in Engage. Yeah. I think Engage could have been really fun if they leaned more into the fact that it was, I think, supposed to be the celebration of the 20th or 30th anniversary of the franchise. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the years for that. And just kind of went all in on full fan service instead of the weird half effort they did. Yeah, I don't remember what his name is, but I know the guy who did, I think, the first 5 Fire Emblems. made a couple of games. I think it's Tier Ring Saga, if I'm remembering right. This is Radiant Dawn Plus. Kind of a moderate to sometimes severe overhaul mod that changes a bunch of minor things, but makes for a really interesting game experience. Yeah, the game had some fun moments. I think if they leaned more into the fact that they wanted to tell a lighthearted story, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But they kept trying to also make it kind of serious, and I don't think any of the serious moments really landed for me. A balance patch, I think, would be a good way to put it. It definitely brings some of the more units more in line with each other, because, like, Fiona actually gets to be usable now. Har is no longer an untouchable demigod. Sadly, they did nerf Edward. They took away his Wrath for Vantage. But Fiona gets to thrive for it, so we're happy. It added back in the magic weapons like the Flame Lance and the Bolt Axe, which I'm a big fan of. Heal up Edward. Ooh, good level up. Okay level up, actually. How do I want to handle this? Radiant Dawn Plus is the name of the mod. The base game is Radiant Dawn. The Plus is mostly an overhaul mod that tweaks the game in minor ways, like adding in new weapons, rebalancing some of the characters, fun little tweaks like that, adding in some content from older games, like different weapons and whatnot. The base game is Radiant Dawn for the Wii. Yeah, I think it's a really fun mod. I've played a good chunk of it. Not on stream, but on a lower difficulty, I believe. And then obviously I've been going through it with you guys. Oh. Sorry about that. My emulation, or sorry, my definitely totally real Nintendo Wii had an issue. But I think the mod is very fun. I didn't know this guy would move, but I'm okay with that. Yep. I mean, I highly recommend it. The mod's been super, super fun. I'm already a sucker for replaying through Radiant Dawn, so it didn't take much convincing for me. I just like the Radiant games a lot. Oh, nice. I got them to switch targets to South so we get some free experience. Yeah, I had some unfortunate real-life stuff happen. Took a little bit of a break, and we're just kind of getting back into the swing of things now. Came back last week, so haven't missed too much, depending on how long you were gone. I'm glad to see you come back. Oh, that's right. Thunder has 3 range. Well, let's just This is not an Iron Man, so... Note to self, don't forget about the change to lightning magic. I didn't do it for Meg just because it was the very last turn of a very long map, but I like Jill, so we're gonna... I think I'm gonna send Fiona that way, because the Flame Lance should do similar work to the hammer. I am also going to take this opportunity to go get Soth a new weapon. I don't love the fact that it's 25 uses, but that's fine for what I need for this map. It was all calculated just to get Soth that knife. It was very important, I promise. Right. Now... Jill can take this guy out. Okay, are there any hidden items I care about on this map? Oh, another Master Seal. I want to pick that up. Coin would also be nice, but I'm not going to be doing a ton of foraging with these guys early on, so I should have more opportunities to grab them on the next map. On the wall. Start moving him up. Is everyone? Okay. Couldn't remember if everyone had a movement penalty or not on this map, if I'm being honest. Oh, I do have a talisman I can give to someone. Might be a good candidate for Jill. 14. Yeah, we'll just show off the Flame Lance with this. Because it is pretty. Oh, missed the second. That's fine. For reference, in base game, most of the time, Fiona would struggle to hurt these guys and also struggle to double. But thanks to her being given both a magical weapon and an actual stat line, she's doing much better. I love the effect from the magic weapons hidden. Just that little magical flare. The prequel game to this, Path of Radiance, I'm not sure if they have plans for a Wii emulator yet. But I hope they do, because it'd be really cool for more people to get to experience this game. And Path of Radiance in their entirety, including the transfer stuff. Ah, Vika, I love you, but man, does this game not. This is the Wii one, by the way. Har, who naps through the entirety of part 1 because he knew it would be very unfair. I prefer to Engage. I know a lot of people really like Engage. I think the gameplay Engage is fantastic, but a lot of the story aspects are just kind of not for me. Do it. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for good ones to start out with, I'd recommend a game like Awakening or Birthright could be fine. It's not necessarily the greatest story, but for gameplay-wise, it's very fun and has a lot of beginner-friendly aspects, like no permanent character death, as you may have, without needing to reset, as you may have noticed from earlier. Skill speed, it's fine. Path of Radiance can also be a fun one if you're not too worried about keeping all your characters fully alive to the playthrough, because it's a solidly easy game, even on the harder difficulties, and it's not too particularly punishing with resets and whatnot. Sacred Stones is a real fun one. I think that's also another good beginner one. My only hesitance to recommending it is the fact that Sacred Stones is just kind of has, I think, more difficulty spikes in odd places, in my opinion, than some of the other ones, like Path of Radiance, where there are definitely, like, what is it? The one, I think it's Revolt in Carcino, or the one right after that, where you have to fight a fairly strong Arby, and then you get ambushed halfway through by a mage with a bolting tome and a bunch of units. I think Sacred Stones is very fun. It's just hard to have your first experience, because it can be it can be weird sometimes, I'll say. Oh, that's fair. Oh yeah, I get that. And I actually like I think Sacred Stones is honestly probably easier than Path of Radiance, in my opinion. It just has those random moments of difficulty, which I don't think is a bad thing per se. It just makes it hard to recommend to players who are coming in fresh, in my opinion. I think it could be a bad first experience if they're just suddenly having a really easy time walking through the game with Seth, and then they get absolutely bodied by a random difficulty spike. Excuse you, Gilliam is the best waifu. You can't change my mind. You're in good company then, because Path of Radiance is my favorite. I love that game so much. Now, here's where we get to see Fiona's bonkers resistance stat. Taking 11 points of damage from an Elf Thunder is always nice. He's going to finish off that one. Don't know where Moirm's going to go. I think Moir might go for the mage. Yeah, no, he's just relaxing. Okay. Talk to Tormod. Oh yeah, I'm so excited for Wind Waker and Path of Radiance coming to Switch too. Yeah, I think Radiant Dawn feels like a good extension of Path of Radiance. I just don't like some of the things they changed, like, number one, the removal of magic weapons, because I like my dumb builds. Yeah, Path of Radiant Shipping is a good way to put it. But also, man, did they do so much justice for the Lagoos in this game. And then this mod made them actually fun to use. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind of you. I believe you're going to be able to. I haven't actually looked into it. Okay. But I'm assuming they're going to have, like, this... I don't know if it's going to be a different... I think it's a different dock than the Switch, but I'm assuming they'll have the option for, like, the Pro Controller port that has the GameCube option and whatnot. Oh, that's kind of shit. That's kind of not great if it's only to Nintendo Switch Online members. I kind of hope they give them, or make them available for everyone, but companies and whatnot. Ah, that also sucks. I'll take full responsibility for mentioning it, because I will not shut up about Path of Radiance if it's allowed. Oh yeah, the fact that they put both Pokemon Stadium games on there, or not Stadium, Coliseum games. I hate the fact that I have to think through which name that was. Is really nice. We'll let Micaiah take this one. I want to see what getting her high-ranking dark magic can look like. Because I have a Micaiah with a speed set, which is always a nice thing. Pop up this Steel Lance. Probably not going to be able to get over there in time to help, so we can... You don't take... Hammer does not finish you. Interesting. We can weaken with Volug, and then the hammer should do it. Should probably miss the swordsman, but that's probably fine. How close are you to a strike rank level up? Not very, only about halfway. Unfortunate. 38 at 71. Even if you take a hit from him, it's not going to be legal. Perfect. Jill puts in so much good work on this map. It's a shame she's not on the next one. I'll put the Father's Axe in the convoy for now. Oh, she hit it. Perfect. Oh, thank you for the share, by the way. Very kind. Jill hitting the 56 is nice. And gets a good level up out of it. Perfect. Gonna have a Wyvern Master with 22, I think, speed at the start. Maybe 21. I don't remember what their promotion gain is. $75. Wow. Her skill stat must be absurd. Or he's on low buy rate. She needs 16 from him, so she'd need a bunch in order to get a promotion. So I think just using her Master Seal would be better. You are a fireman, right? Lure in the Wind Mage with some Volug. And you will promote. Oh, I could have given her a Lance, potentially raise Lance ranks, but it's fine. Dragon Master. 21 speed, 20 defense. Oh, that's some chunky stats. I'm loving it. Oh, and she gets an extra move, too. Nice. I love the weight stat of 38. It's basically meaningless for mounted units, but it never won't make me chuckle. Alright, we got Micaiah level up. Please be good. That's real good. My luck's been on absurd this man. And this stream in general. Oh, thank you for the follow. Very kind of y'all. Too worried about you tanking a hit from him. We can do some pokies with the javelin. Edward can plug this spot. Leon up. Full mod at the ready. And if I remember right in this mod, you can actually move up these, but if not, I can just have you swing around the other way, which not the end of the world. Oh, you could have talked this out, but it's fine. We will revert you and wait. Edward being dodgy already. I like it. And I shouldn't have said anything. Alright, let's start by taking him out. Get Edward a good chunk of experience. Beautiful. Now... Oh, you don't have a regular javelin, huh? Something to add to the list of things I should remember between streams that I will forget. 79%. I'm willing to take that risk. Thank y'all for the 10k likes, by the way. Y'all are absolute beasts. Luck and defense. Not great level up, but I'll take it. The rest of her stats are still perfectly fine. Probably not using the Great Lance this map. What's your range? Oh yeah, Radiant Dawn Plus is kind to Fiona. Good stats, personal weapon, Flame Lance availability with capped magic. It's beautiful. She's not, like, gonna be an S tier unit, if I had to guess. Maybe once we get to tier 3, but she's definitely playable. And I love them for that, because I actually really like Fiona. She was a character I grew weirdly attached to. We get to see promoted Jill in action, and it's a thing of beauty. Shame we can't use her on the swamp map. So we can move you up without fear of the fire. Tormod will just have you hold... Oh, I think they also boosted Tormod's level. I'll have to check that. Yeah, I'm so excited to use her on some of the Part 3 maps, like the rock pushing map, where we'll actually have units with mobility with Jill and Fiona, and both of them will be usable. Pop this open. Move up. Move you up. Give you the wind edge and move you up. I gotta get him a new wind edge soon. We'll have you taking up the rear. Oh yeah, I wanted to... They gave Tormod a buff! Cap speed. Cap strength is nice, but... Oh, keeps him being way down by L Thunder. Which I am also gonna trade onto Ileana. So that she's not limited to just Thunder spells. Yeah, he really needs it, because, I mean, Vika, I think, is a little stronger. Morm is kind of the only one really usable when they rejoin in Part 3. Or Part 4, actually. So you know what I really want in Part 4 when most of my best units are in the Tier 3 is a level 6, I think. Fire Sage is what he comes in at. 22. He'd take too much for it to be worth it. So we get more Jill. Let's see. He's playable in this map, the next map, Part 1 Endgame, and then the map he joins in for Part 4, and then if you wanted to, you could bring him into Part 4 Endgame. So you get him for a total of 9 maps if you want to use him in Part 4 Endgame. And if you're using Tormod, I have to ask what happened to the rest of your mages. Who hurt you? Where's Soren? Is he okay? You have the other key, right? And then we can get Fiona just a free promote. And I'm going to let this play because I'm not sure how many people outside of me and the other 5 Fiona fans out there have actually seen Fiona's promotion. I do not blame you. The game does not want you using Fiona. Yeah, she trades in her normal horse for a white horse now. Because I think almost all the paladins in this get white horses on promotion. Maybe not the... what am I thinking of? Crimean Royal Knights? I think I think Makalov has a brown horse in his regular and then gets a white horse on tier 3. Dice, you are a braver person than I. With the wind edge here. I've been slacking on getting Edward some experience. Holy. This is Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn specifically. So Final Fantasy Tactics is a personal favorite game of mine, so you're in good company. Oh, thank you for the share, by the way. Very kind of you. Get you to heal Micaiah just for free experience. Allegedly, it could be working pretty well with Dolphin so far. But you get it from Game Banana, which is, I believe, posted by the actual creator of the mod, as far as I'm aware, for Game Banana. I haven't looked too much into it, but I think they just upload it there after making it. Yeah, 2-room corridors are always rough in Fire Emblem with the movements. It depends on the game. Radiant Dawn specifically, and Path of Radiance have it so you can promote mid-map if you reach the experience, but I also didn't actually do that. I used items on them, which most games let you do. Yeah, the weapon triangle takes a little bit of getting used to. At this point, I think I've been using it so long I do it automatically, but this one in particular is the Wii one. The follow-up to the GameCube one, but both work pretty well with a program known as Dolphin, allegedly. Bowgun and Silver Lance. Javelin. Nothing too spooky. Pop the door open. Honestly, in Sacred Stone's entirely valid because pretty much anyone but Seth is just kind of along for the ride after a certain point because Seth is so crazy good in that game. We'll actually leave Aaron open for that second slot. Try and get a couple more promotions if we can. Here, Micaiah in here. Sethless Suns are honestly my favorite way to play. I like Seth as a character, I like him as a unit, but man, is it hard not to be like, oh, Seth is just the best answer to almost every problem. We can move Tormod up in here. He's got celerity. He can move for days, which I gotta remember to take off of him because I do not want that gone until part 4. I don't think they'll move, which is nice. We have a little bit more room to set up. You here. Soph can probably deal with one of these. Just a little shy of not being able to one-shot, which is sad. You couldn't quite reach it. Can you one-shot? Questions. Ooh, Fiona. It's so good to see you thriving. It's a minor touch, but I always like the tiny little capes the paladins got. I think they're very fun. Alright, now Iron Knife. We can get a little bit more pushing up. Sworn more reinforcements appeared from the back, but I might just be going through this faster than they show up. There they are. Oh, decent amount of them, too. Ooh, is that a Dark Mage? Hell yeah, we'll have to see them. Iron Axe. Ooh, Shining Bow. Killer Lance, Iron Lance, Bronze Axe Light. I think I'm going to send Worm up this way just in case they decide to go for the fleeing soldiers, and the rest of my units can kind of just keep going as they have been. You deal with this guy? Not really. 13. No, this is a mod called Radiant Dawn Plus. It has severely buffed her to the point where she's a unit you can use, because in the base game, she's kind of notoriously tough to get to level. Because normally on this map, she struggles to hurt people, she struggles to double them, and she takes a lot of damage. And this is one of 2 maps you can use for her on in part 1. I don't know who on the dev team decided they didn't like her, but they are my enemy. Now it can go in. Almost a full level up off of that. Very nice. Good level up. Strength, speed. You can shoot a distant elf thunder. Actually, we'll save that just in case Thani's not enough to drop this paladin. Exactly. We love to see it. I want another Mage Lord soon. I like them so much. I know you can reclass other characters into it, or any character into it into engage. It's just not quite the same as having a pure magic lord. Extra door key. I don't think I ever use all the door keys on this map. You in... Any chance you can weaken him for Ileana? Yeah, I would love to hear them with all the voices Heroes brought in for them, because I think they've been doing a great job with the casting for them. But my one request is to bring back the Radiant Dawn narrator for both games, because I love him. Oh yeah, they're going up. Means Warm gets to do work. Yeah, I think they could take some notes from this one if they want, because I think this mod's done a really good job with the rebalancing. Personally, no unit has felt like wholly and entirely overpowered. Beautiful. Can't get up there yet, so we don't have to rush quite as much. I'd also like to see maybe some rebalancing of the chapters. Give part 2 a few more. I have a bias towards Alencia, and I will not apologize for it. Now, do I want to try and do some boss abuse? He's actually kind of spooky, so maybe not. We can do a little bit. As a treat. I need the best voice actor that money can buy for the Eat Rock line. He has one line in the entire game. Give me the best. Whoever could potentially read that as the best possible, I need that guy. I think my personal pick would be Travis Willingham, but I'm also fully admit I don't know a lot of voice actors. Michael Kramer could do it pretty funny, probably. Ooh, Gilbert Godfrey would have been a great one for that. I hate it, but that would be kind of funny. Yeah, the music in this game is phenomenal. So much of the atmosphere of this game is just so incredible. Alright. Got a little bit of spooky going on. You have a flame lance. So, Poke? Poke. I forgot that happened. I'd have to go back and rewatch that because that sounds hilarious. What can you do? Decent damage. You have a Worm Slayer, so we're just not gonna deal with that. I'm also not sure if this is correct, but I think Vika is hands down the smallest Lagoose, which I always found very funny. I haven't, like, done any kind of actual research into it, but she feels smaller than the rest, which is a weird thing to bring up, but, like, it's a neat fun fact in my opinion. I remember comparing her to Tybarn, and Tybarn's, I think, like, twice her size. Ooh, Vicky level up. More speed. This is the most speed-blessed Micaiah I've ever seen, because I've had times where she goes into her final promotion with a speed of 12. And let me tell you, it's rough. We'll give this one to Soth to prove himself. And mostly because these guys give a ton of experience. Oh, we could steal a coin too. I might as well steal the coin. I got plenty of people. We'll steal the coin secondary. Jill, yeah, you can get the melee. I'm not too worried. 100% perfect. Hey Tormod, how'd you get here? Bye. Tormod is me in most social situations. That sounds so fun. Throw the horse at it's real good. That's a good bit. I don't know why I brought your thing up. You don't move, because if you did, this would be a really easy map. Yeet. Oh, I forgot to do him, but that's fine. You can just take him out next turn. Worm is not in danger on this map, or the next map. Or if you bring him into endgame. And then he comes back and is just entirely gone. Oh, they give you the follow. Alright, now dodge this. Okay. He dodged one of them. I'll take it. Next hit will be a level up. Shaman's going to have to be the one that drops that guy, but that's fine. We will heal him up. Yeah, Radiant Dawn's real fun. Oh, thank you for the follow. Don't love your crit chance, but we'll leave you there for now. My first was actually Final Fantasy Tactics, which my dad picked up the same year I was born. And I grew up watching him and my brother playing that. And then I think it was Shining Force was after that, and then Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Gap speed, very nice. Go for another poke. I'm surprised he's not doubling with cap speed. Yeah, everyone in this game is pretty, with one exception, but it's mostly his personality that makes him not pretty. Oh yeah, Pokemon Conquest was super fun. I haven't actually played Jeanne d'Arc on PSP. I'll have to check into that. I'm also 90% sure I butchered the name of that, but I blame fate. Swing back. Pretty good. Ooh, capped skill. I think if I have it, I will do the next 2 levels for him in bonus experience. Yeah, I think we can just finish the map here. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind. Mostly because I really want this dude's Storm Sword. And I'm okay with skipping on some boss abuse cheese. For anyone who hasn't done it before, it's a good way to raise up Lagoo's strike ranks in particular. And if you want to use Vika late game or Volug, I highly recommend it. Getting their strikes to S quickly is very helpful. And then we can seize once those guys get to the escape point. Yeah. I didn't need the boss to be alive for that. Probably take them 1 or 2 turns so I can do some sacrifice staffing. It's technically less optimal, I think, than letting the boss live and raising strike ranks, but I know for a fact I'm probably not using Volog much in Part 3, and I don't think I'm using Vika at all in Part 4, so I'm not too worried about it. The Storm Sword, though, we can trade that over to Eddie. Give him a good upgrade. Volug, I think, has a place for if you don't have any units that you really are attached to in the Dawn Brigade. He can make a great investment. But he has the same problem I have with a lot of Lagoos, where you get the Lagoos Royals, who don't need to worry about the gauge at all. And they're just kind of great. Yeah, celerity I'm going to be taking away probably as soon as this cutscene's done. You know what? I was wrong. There are 2 ugly characters. Azuka exists. Ugly inside and out. Palpatine's a good comparison for him. The only difference is he's Palpatine with a 5 head. I don't know if I'd say Valtome is unattractive. I just don't like him. But I was referring to what's his face, the main senator. What? Why am I the blonde one who is sort of like a maybe? I'd probably put him in the Lacane. Thank you. I'm dropping all the names. I don't know what it is about his face. It makes me really want to punch him. Man has a very punchable face. Oh yeah, every senator is very punchable, but Lacane is extra punchable. Lacane, I didn't even need to hear him speak. I just looked at him and... her problem with Ike is that Soth wants to be his boyfriend. And can you blame him? Jokes aside, her actual problem with Ike is the fact that he's technically responsible for the state Dane is in, even though he's not. Because the fact that Begnion sucks. But that's actually kind of what I like about Micaiah is, for as much as she is painted as like this unfailable figure, she's very human. I really like that about her. She holds petty grudges specifically, and I like that in a character. God damn, they made Morim so handsome in this one. Yeah, Ike is my personal favorite, mostly because I adore his journey through Radiant Dawn. Micaiah's... If Micaiah's not in the top 5, she's just outside of it. Yeah, Morim. I don't know what it is about Morim in this game, but I like Morim in the last game. Morim in this game is... hits different.
Lagu's warriors, led by Tormod, join the escaped prisoners, and Daein's army grows ever larger. Its victories at Talrega and other key locations have strengthened its position. The army rides across the land, liberating prisoners from Bennion encampments. The Daein ranks swell with the influx of veteran soldiers, and the men begin to dream of the day when they may retake the capital. Like a fever, conflict grips the nation. The night will be long before this fever breaks. All eyes turn toward Daein's capital as the liberation begins what all believe will be a long and bloody march.
God damn, I love this narrator. And now we get to my least favorite chapter in the entire game. Because they give you all the tools for success, then take them away. They give you Jill, but they don't let you deploy her. Yeah. I think the bridge is probably objectively a worse designed map. It's just personal beef with me on this one. I think the bridge map is awful in both iterations. Especially on this one, where they also put up light runes to waste your time. Because the bridge map, without the light runes in or if they just did like the light runes to make it so that you had to go through specific corridors and slowed your progress, I'd be fine with it. But the light runes with the pitfalls is just awful. Yeah, Glory Unwanted, I hate mostly for personal beef, in that if they gave you Jill, this map would be super fun, because you'd have things to combat the flyers other than just Vika, who struggles against the flyers in this one. She can usually take them out, but that's if you can get her all the way, her transformation gate filled up quickly enough before they show up, and can keep it there. Yeah, at least with the bridge, you have, number one, just an absurd number of units that you can use, so you can just use your best and blitz through it, and use the flyers to block the pitfalls, even though it requires some slight metagaming from that. But there are ways around it. This one's just, I don't like it. I don't vibe with it. Remove celerity. That's fair. The game has a lot of positives. It has some rough points, like most older games tend to. But I still highly enjoy it, even with all that. Let's grab Soph. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Makai, you picked a weird country to love, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's fair. I mostly knew about it because my brother told me about it. I didn't find out about the quirk of it. Where you get the 3 stat level ups guaranteed in this one. Until I think I started really getting into Fire Emblem YouTube around the pandemic, so... I love Soth just candidly admitting, yeah, if things get too bad, I'm gonna dip. You're coming with me. This is not a negotiation. I don't like Dain that much. I love Toronto getting to play the old Wizened Mentor. It's fun. Yes, you don't get them until pretty late game. I think part 4 is when you... Might even be part 4 end game where you get to use them, unfortunately. One of them's real good. You get, I think, 4 in total if you do the conditions for 2 of them. And I like using 2 of them pretty reliably because one of them can become a really good offensive unit, and then one of them is a fantastic support unit. And unfortunately, one of them is also maybe the only unit in this game that I think is entirely unusable no matter how much you use him. Just because they're automatic unless you kill them for experience, which not the worst situation, or not the worst decision to make when it comes to Gareth, considering how everything on the next 2 maps can one-shot him. Yeah, Gareth is maybe the most unfortunate character in Fire Emblem history. Oh, we got a very nice Edward going into that. Let's bump you up. Little shame not to use the Blossom, but you've already capped 1 stat, so... bump you up. And then I'll have to see how many Master Seals I got. Didn't cap Strength. That's rare for me with Aaron, but I am fine with extra speed on him. Alright, so let's see. We got... Oops. I have to get the coin. 1... 2. So we'll need to bump 1 person up with it. I'm just gonna sell his heavily damaged swords. Can we buy wind edges yet? Yes. Beautiful. We'll give that to... Z-Hark doesn't have an open slot, so we'll put it to the convoy. I haven't actually played any others from Radiant Dawn specifically. This is my first Radiant Dawn hack I've played. But I highly enjoy it. I'm excited to try out some of the other ones too. We're gonna get a bunch of promotions real quick. Edward into a champion. Lasagna. Yeah, Lasagna 2.0 is because I cannot pronounce the name of his personal weapon. I think it's Lugnasa, but I'm willing to bet I'm wrong. Grab the Master Seal, and we get promoted Ileana. Yeah, we've only forged 2 weapons, but Lasagna 2.0 and availability for Fiona are... I'm kind of proud of the names. I don't remember who suggested Lasagna 2.0, but I'm real thankful they did, because it's a good one. And Aaron promotes into a Halberdier. And good lord, this man's gonna be so tanky, and I love it. Alright, with that, we have a good amount of promoted already. I didn't lose Nolan, I just didn't deploy him last map. Because him and Leonardo were already promoted. Meg is so far the only character I've lost, which was mostly due to a bad decision and then laziness. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Ashera icon because I don't care particularly about luck. I don't really think anyone in this army needs it per se, so. Who do I want Celerity on? Oh, yeah, we can also swap Paragon off of you now that you're caught up. We could just give her Celerity, have an Alpha Strike Dragon Master with fucking 11 movement. Listen, it's not that I'm not grateful. It's just that when you don't have a unit like Arthur, luck's kind of a filler stat. No, yeah. Aaron's the only one in my army with a low luck stat, but he has a high skill and great defense, so he doesn't really care too much. Edward's at 25. Jesus Christ, Edward. It's unfortunately just not that important of a stat in Fire Emblem 90% of the time. When you want it, though, you do want it, so I'll give them that. I probably want to leave Paragon off just in case I want to give Micaiah a bunch of experience on her solo map. Who am I likely to use a lot this map? None of these are super helpful for you. I might take cancel off of you before you leave. I'm not gonna lie. We can take Blossom off of you because it's not gonna be super useful from now on. And I'd rather you just start gaining experience normally. I think I'm gonna give her Celerity for now just so she can keep up better. 6 movement brings her slightly below the average for my armory. Blossom. We'll give it to Tyronio on the off chance he ever gets a level. Oh, he already has double S lances. That's fun. But I think I'm going to call it here for this week. We've been going for 2.5 hours. I'll be back with this next Wednesday. I might do a second stream this or tomorrow because I go into work for 3, so I could do a stream before then. But if I do, I'll post on the TikTok for it. So if you want to keep an eye out for it, it's not going to be Radiant Dawn, as I'm trying to keep that consistent till Wednesday, so the people who want to see it can see it. But it might be more Dark DD1. Thank you all so much for the follows, by the way. Damn. Because I've been really enjoying Dark DD1. I had to take a little bit of a break from it due to real life stuff, but I want to get cracking back in there. Thank y'all for stopping in. Thank y'all for being so kind and chatting so much. Thank you for more of the follows, by the way. Y'all are absurd in the 11K likes. Y'all are great. Well, hope y'all have a wonderful day.